This is Black Shy Guy, and as always, make sure you hit the like button if you really enjoyed this video. And also, if you're not a resident of Chi-Town yet, make sure you subscribe. And as always, thank you for sitting at my table. We are here to discuss very briefly the return of Sophie Cunningham, not on the court, but on her podcast. We have finally found out what has happened when it comes to her injury, and unfortunately, she's out for the season.
I will. So, the news is about to drop, so we're okay to talk about this, but I did tear my MCL. And if you're going to hurt your knee, that is like the best possible case. And so, this year, just as a whole, like, I think the league as a whole, but really us, we've just gone through so much adversity, and then injury-wise has just been, like, you can't make this shit up, to be honest. And so, during Connecticut's game on Sunday, I was just in the paint trying to be help side, and someone ran into my knee and it just snapped, and knee injuries are weird to me. Like, I don't really like thinking about them, but I felt a pop right away. And so I'm really in good spirits because I knew that I hurt myself pretty good. But I will say, I'm just like thankful. I know this is not probably the time to say this, but I'm just thankful to like be where I'm at and be with the organization and the girls that I'm with.
The thing about Sophie Cunningham, she got her injury at the worst time for the fact that she was blowing up when it comes to being very polarized in the internet. But it is a blessing in disguise at the same time, because now she can focus 100% on the podcast. And I really do think that she has to slow down with the criticism of what's going on in the WNBA, because now it's going to hit her pockets. Because remember, I don't know how her contracts go with the WNBA. Do they continue paying off the rest of her contract? Do they stop paying right now? So I'm going to be honest, I don't know how that goes. If you know how that goes, put it down in the comments. But it's going to... I'm sure she doesn't want to get hit in the pockets continuously every time she does this podcast, because obviously when you're doing a podcast and you finally reached the point of making money on that podcast, you don't also want to be deducted money because you're doing a podcast. And Fever's next year much stronger than she has been playing this year, which has been very, very good. But the point is, we won't see the two buddies, Sophie Cunningham and Caitlin Clark, together on the court until next year, which is very heartbreaking, because watching their friendship blossom on the Indiana Fevers has been very welcoming to the fans, and even, I believe, to enemies alike. I do believe other teams like seeing that wholesome attitude that the Indiana Fevers have. And I hope it continues, despite the fact of what we know may happen, which is the Indiana Fever missing the playoffs. But we hear that Caitlin Clark is coming back sooner rather than later. So hopefully that can kick everything into high gear and they go into a small streak and make the playoffs. Who knows? But anyway, let me know what you think about this whole situation. And as well, Sophie Cunningham did address the fact that was the freaking play that cost her the rest of the season intentional. And Sophie Cunningham said herself that she does not believe that foul was intentional. You know what I mean? She doesn't believe it was done on purpose. So if you followed my last video, if you tuned into my last video, I said the same thing. It does not look like she did it on purpose. So then people started zooming in on her face reaction afterwards with the smile and all of that. I think that's kind of far reaching. I think it's really reaching. I do not believe she intended to hurt Sophie Cunningham whatsoever. If you take a look at the play and the way her body was positioned after the play, there's no way she could have stopped her body the way it was going, and the way her right ankle folded up under her and she leaned into Sophie Cunningham's knee, there's no way that was done on purpose. But anyway, let me know what you think about this whole entire situation, and do you think the Indiana Fevers will make the playoffs? And as always, this is Black Shy Guy. Thank you for sitting at my table. I'm out of here. Peace!
Dunking and hitting jumpers, kept Marvin Rich with him. Leo Rose like, why you dump us? Saturday's deposit, chasing SunTrust. Word to Donald, and no one will ever trump us. About to put that in my bio.